What's up, guys? Welcome to another Friday video. Thank you so much for joining me. And this week I am trying a brand I have never tried and have heard a lot about. I know a bunch of my fellow cigar YouTubers and reviewers have gotten to know this brand pretty intimately, and I keep hearing great things about it. And I basically decided while I was in Arizona, yes, I picked up a bunch of cigars that I'd never tried while I was in Arizona, and this is one of them. And I finally got my hands on a Micallef, and the Micallef that I'm going to be trying today is the Nicaragua. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, and I'm gonna have a good time doing it. This is a new to me brand, so should be interesting. So let's cue that music and we'll get going. Hey everybody, I'm Kyle. You're watching Dad Smoking Cigars, sponsored by StogieLives.com and Casa Cuevas Cigars. From our Casa to yours. Thank you so much for joining me. And as I mentioned before, I am going to be enjoying the Micallef Grande Bold Nicaragua. Kind of a little bit of a correction on the name there. It's all right here on the band. I should have seen it, but I didn't. But that's what it's called, the Grande Bold Nicaragua by Micallef. Micallef cigars are basically inspired by the Cuban way of making cigars. Now obviously they have various blends, they're not strictly Cubans, but they are inspired by the cigar makers in Cuba and how they rolled and made their cigars, which obviously are legendary. So they're trying to bring some of that to how they make cigars. Miguel and Joe Gomez are the ones who are, I guess, in charge of blending the cigars for Micallef, and they're coming up with some pretty tasty treats from what I understand, and very popular, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And the Grande Bold Nicaragua is no different. Full-bodied, full-flavored cigar, but apparently, as the description says, it's not overpowering, and I guess we'll just have to find out. I know it says it's not overpowering, but I've never tried this before, and I have no idea what to expect from it. It's called the Nicaragua, so obviously there's Nicaraguan tobacco in it. It's mainly the binder and the filler, while it's wrapped in a Connecticut broadleaf. So something tells me this is going to be delicious, and as I said, it's new to me. This is not going to be so much of a review as much as it's going to be me kind of just going in blind and trying a brand and a cigar I've never tried before, kind of like I did with the Davidoff, and I'm pretty excited about it. My first Micallef cigar, heard so much about it, and so I'm just excited to get into it. So let's just do that right now. Been favoring the punch lately, probably just because I'm a little bit on the lazy side, and I feel like I've lost my skills in cutting. I feel like unless I have like a good V cutter or a good punch, I'm not as comfortable as I once was cutting my cigars. So this is what I'm doing at this point. But hey, not bad, all things considered. Good aroma already. Forgot to do the cold drop. Oh well. Having trouble putting my finger on those initial flavors, those initial notes that I'm getting, but I'm definitely getting some bread. Just a little bit on the chocolatey side, but it's a bold flavor right out of the gate. And if the description of the cigar is anything to be trusted, I have a feeling that as I go through it, I'm going to be kind of feeling the power of the strength that this cigar is packing. So should be interesting, should be a very nice experience, very relaxing, very posh, I feel like. I don't know why I thought posh was the word to use, but that's the word I'm using. Smooth retro hail. Now I know that, now kind of touching on that for a minute, I know not everybody retrohales. I know it's kind of hard to learn. It's hard to do, but if you're curious about retrohaling, I actually did a video on it a while back. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and click on the card in the corner. and give that video a look. It's a pretty brief tutorial on how to retrohale. I'm not going to go through it all right now, but basically, if you don't know what retrohaling is, let me demonstrate just 1 second. Did you catch that? It was pretty quick. Through the nose. Now, obviously, when you are blowing smoke out, you are puffing the smoke out or exhaling the smoke. Retrohaling through the nose. And what it does, if you know how to do it or figure out how to do it, once you figure it out, you're not going to want to stop doing it. I can almost guarantee you that, because it opens up the flavor of the cigar, and it really just opens up your taste buds and sensations to how the cigar really tastes. And I gotta say, one, very smooth retrohale, no harshness, no pepper, because sometimes, depending on where I'm at in the cigar, you retrohale too soon or too late, and it burns like a mother. I'm not even gonna I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. That's what happens. And yeah, it's not always nice, but it still opens it up pretty nice, and so there's a reward at the end, as opposed to you're like, oh god, I wish I hadn't done that. So really smooth though, but I can already taste the boldness, the full flavored boldness that was described when I looked at the description of the cigar. So they definitely delivered right out of the gate with that one. Something noteworthy, and I don't know if it's just how I'm kind of receiving it on my palate, but the smoke going in, like when I'm puffing on the cigar, it goes in really cool, like in a refreshing way that I wasn't expecting. Very cool, no harshness, not even any heat, which you normally get when you're puffing on a cigar, because it's coming through one end that's on fire. So obviously more towards the end is when it gets hot when you're puffing on it, depending on how the cigar is made or packed. It might be a little bit hot, but right now it's like coming in through really cool, like actually like cool temperature, and it's kind of nice. I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, leisure time. Yeah, definitely leisure time. Well, friends, leisure time has been quite leisurely. I didn't want to really film another segment. I didn't really want to come back to this, because I was enjoying myself so much and just so relaxed and so chill, enjoying the really bold flavors of the cigars, very chocolatey, lots of coffee, a little bit of leather, lots of earth, and yeah, I really don't have much more commentary besides that, because I really don't know what else to say. As I've said before, I love Nicaraguan tobacco. It is probably my favorite, because the cigars, whether it had an actual like Nicaraguan Puro, or it just is part of the blend, whether it's like the majority blend, or just the binder or filler, I always enjoy it. Then again, I mean, that's a pretty broad statement. I enjoy most cigars. Dominican and Nicaraguan are my favorite tobaccos, but I love a good Nicaraguan cigar. And these are handmade in Nicaragua. How many times can I say Nicaragua? I don't know, but I'm gonna say it, Nicaragua. I hope to visit there one day, because they provide such beautiful bounty in regards to tobacco, and it makes for some excellent cigars, and it's just delicious. Micallef is definitely a brand that I am on board with trying more and more of. I feel like, I feel a lot of things. It went out on me. But if this cigar speaks at all to any of the others, or of any of the others that I've yet to try from Micallef, then I'm going to be in for some pretty good smokes and some very relaxing experiences in the very near future. Which, I mean, I look forward to those on a regular basis, coming out here and smoking a good cigar, my goodness, I mean, just there's not much that's better than that. And yeah, this is a killer cigar. I'm enjoying it a lot. The brand has already impressed me quite a bit, just because, you know, I think and I solely picked this cigar because it said Nicaragua on the lower band, because I figured, hey, I probably can't lose with that, and I indeed didn't lose anything at all. It was well worth the money, well worth the purchase, and yeah, it's tasty, it is good, and I want to try more of Micallef, so I'm gonna be making every effort to try more and enjoy more and experience more. So that's exactly why we try different brands. It's exactly why we explore different brands and seeing what we like and don't like, whether they're heritage or boutique. I always lean towards boutique just because there's so many hidden gems out there. And if you've never heard of Micallef, well, you're hearing about it now, and it's another hidden gem that you really should try. And that's just based off of one cigar. I'm looking forward to trying others. You know, for all I know, there might be some I like and some I don't like, but I'm definitely down to try. So that's what it's all about. But anyways, that's really all I had to say about this cigar. It was just one of those things where I wanted to share my experience with you guys as I try it for the first time. It was definitely, like I said, worth the money, worth the purchase. Glad I picked it up. Glad I decided to smoke it tonight. So it's not new to this world of cigars, but it's new to me, and I'm all about finding new experiences, new cigars, so that way I can enjoy it and share it with you guys. So if you haven't picked up any Micallef, then I highly recommend that you do. That's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm keeping it as short and sweet as possible this week. And yeah, those are my thoughts on the Micallef Grande Bold Nicaragua. Very good. The brand itself, I'm excited to try more. So anyways, guys, if you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments below, or hit me up in my DMs and let me know what I should try. In any case, guys, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.
Hey guys, thanks again for tuning into this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also follow Dad Smoking Cigars on dads_smoking_cigars on Instagram, and be sure to check us out on Facebook. Until then, guys, stay smoky, and I'll see you in the next one.